discount. Let's make a new save game.
Congratulations and welcome to the Dungeons Company. As you saw on the job posting, your main task is to protect the treasures we keep in our dungeons. We don't have much time to spend training you, so please keep up.
Okay.
Heroes keep coming to try and take our treasures. The marketing team has worked hard to promise gold and glory to these idiotic adventurers. We have a little time before they get here, so let's place our traps and our employees to prepare a defense.
So I think some of the vibes of Dungeon Keeper, the gameplay is completely different, but the vibes, you know, you're the evil overlord of the dungeon and want to kind of get rid of the heroes that try to get your treasures. There you go. Those are the heroes. And the game works like this. You see the heroes that want to enter your dungeon, and then you have different phases where you place traps, cast spells, place your monsters to defend yourself, and finally the dungeon master is going to hold the last line of defense. And you want to stop the heroes from defeating the dungeon master, because then they would have the treasure and you would have lost the game. Right, so now we're going to place this trap. It's the only one we have. It's a bone catapult. As you can see, you shoot bones at the enemy, which lowers their morale and applies a demoralized debuff to them. So for the next turn, they get negative morale from the demoralized debuff, which you can't see currently because the bar is in the way. But that's all right. So we're going to place it. There you go. So that's the first thing they'll encounter: the barbarian, the thug, and Karen the scout. Right. There you go. We're going to look at the heroes in detail later. Now.
We always leave an empty room in every dungeon. You can use it to ambush the adventurers with one of your favorite spells.
Yes.
Some rooms are dedicated to combat. This is my favorite bit. Make sure you analyze each group of adventurers. Your employees are counting on you to prepare an effective strategy. Pay attention to combatants' attacks and resistances. They are key elements for victory.
Cool. So, now it gets interesting. Oh, you take care, Wiggles. Thanks for checking out the start of the marathon. I'll be here for a bit. I'll be here for a bit. See you later. Take care. So now this is my favorite bit, I think, where you place your team against the enemy team. Currently we can place 3 monsters who are named Gwarg, Frickus, and Aurath. Let's see, what do the enemies do before we check out what our guys do. So in the front they've got a barbarian. As you can see, they've got multiple resistances and stats, which could be a bit bigger for the sake of the stream, but I don't think there's a user interface thing yet. No, there's not. That's alright. So the barbarian has 220 health. Forgot what this is. It's probably attack speed. Morale. I think morale is also the purple bar, and health is obviously the red one. It's a level 1 barbarian. He's a melee kind of dude, and he's got 2 skills. One is an attack, and he only attacks the front place here. Right, so he would deal physical damage, 30, and applies broken armor, which reduces the armor of the person or monster hit by 40. Okay, so if you put someone in front who's too frail, that will be bad. Okay, I don't need a mouse over for the debuffs because they are explained in the line below, which is kind of cool. He's also got a skill which enrages all heroes on his end, that is. So at the start of each fight, he applies Enraged 3 to the whole team. Oh, that's hard. The damage and morale. The damage morale damage? Well, he increases morale and damage dealt by the heroes. I mean, that's a bit... The wording is a bit hard to point at. Do they do morale damage to my monsters? No, they don't have a morale button. So their morale is increased by 10. Yeah. 30%. Yeah, 3 times 10. Okay. That's you know, that's one of the things this game does where I think, that could be done better. But anyway, let's figure this out. So he's got resistances. He's weak against ice and nature, because that's basically what you do in this game. You play a complicated rock paper scissors version and try to get a good placement of your guys. Right, so he does to the first spot here, he does a lot of damage. He's going to reduce armor. So, well, the thickest armor and the most hit points are definitely here. The big guy. So we place him in front. He in turn also attacks the front, which is him. Deals physical damage, which the barbarian will resist nicely. But he will start bleeding, so that's okay. And we have a skill where we shout at the enemy and then their morale is reduced. Okay. So far so good. We are also really not resisting fire or air with our fierce ogre or orc maybe. Hey Badger, welcome. Good to see you. How are you doing? So then we've got a thug here who's going to deal nature damage, which we resist nicely. 50 though, and we get poison. Oh. At the start of the fight, poison 4 to the monster with the highest life. That would also be our ogre. Oh, he's in trouble. All right. He's gonna get lots of nature damage. This is the turn they take. So it's thug, archer, ogre, and then the barbarian. So they will start without enraged, I think. It says here start of the fight, but I think he has to have his turn before it happens. 4 shifts to go. You're counting it, yeah. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. The first game we looked at today was a bit of a downer because it had very weird graphics settings. It looked all blurry and it had a very, very long introduction, which I didn't know. Of course I couldn't, but that was a bit of a sad start because I kind of think it's a fun game, but it was impossible to get into it. I found out that you can remove all the weird filters they have there and make it look normal. So I might just play it, or maybe also show it again, but I couldn't just fix it quickly today. But we are now checking out Legend of Keepers, which is fresh out of early access yesterday, and I got a review key to check this out. So currently we are placing monsters to defend against the mean heroes here who want to kill us and take our treasure. So that one's going to start, and then we have the archer who shoots at our last spot here. 40 physical. Okay, dodges the first regular trap. Hasn't got much ice defense. So we have a fire damage dealer who has nearly no armor. So Frickus goes in the middle, and Olrath, who has a bit of armor, goes in the back. He will get shot by the archer. 40 damage. We'll survive that, but just so. This guy is a ghost monster, and he can reduce their morale and deal air damage to the one in the back, which is okay. Obviously, if you kill one of the enemies or they kill one of yours, the back and the front changes, right? So if that one shoots at the back and this one's gone, then this is suddenly also the back. Otherwise, I would be safe from damage because they have nothing that hits everything. Does that make sense if I tell it like that? Probably. So this would be our setup, and then we confirm it. And that's when they meet the dungeon. The dungeon master. No, the first trap. The archer dodges that. Now we can cast a spell. See, they've got demoralized. So then on their next turn, when they come to the monsters, they'll lose another 5 morale. If they lose too much morale, they'll flee, right? Applies Enraged to the next group of monsters. Yes, we can do that. That's a good spell. And now the actual fight happens.
The job also involves bullying these insignificant humans. No reason work can't be fun. You can, of course, kill them, or terrify them so much they'll flee like peasants, as you see fit. Don't forget that in battles, the fastest combatants act first.
Yeah, I know. Usually the heroes. Poison. Okay, so the thug had the first turn with 115 speed. Here, that's the speed. Or is it? He's got 110. Oh yeah, that's right. So that's the speed stat down here. Okay. So we got poisoned a lot. I'm not sure if he will get to... Oh, he will get to hit the barbarian because he's got his turn before the barbarian. That's good. So next one would be the archer, who's so far safe. So his skill actually happened before he entered his turn. Right? They got Enrage. Okay, I thought it would take until he started his turn, but that's not the case. Oh, it says start of the fight, so fair enough. Okay, so currently it's Aurath's turn, who can heavily demoralize the barbarian. I cannot see the number the amount of morale he has. Oh, 95. Okay. So if I make him lose 52 morale, that would be very harsh. As you can see, if you lower the enemy's morale, they take less, and they take more damage. Yeah. When one of the heroes dies, the team loses 15% of their maximum. And when they kill a monster, they get back 5% of their maximum morale. Okay, so morale is a very important resource on the hero's side. And you can choose to lower the hero's morale if you follow up with a lot of damage. So this one's going to shoot the archer, right? And the archer currently takes only... takes no extra damage. The archer has 160 life. Oh. Yeah, okay, cool. So his attack works together with debuffs, if the enemies have debuffs, which is called penalties in this game. He also deals morale damage on top of fire damage. Cool. Why is this showing? I should have this option also. Because maybe it's because it's tutorial. Yeah. Ow. Yeah, it's because it's the tutorial. Okay, so that's what happened. He did morale damage to the barbarian, who is now worried. So he gets increased damage. Now we're going to shoot a fireball at the archer. We get a preview of the effect. Right? Now we're going to demoralize further. The barbarian might run away. No, he still has some morale left. And I'm gonna lose my ogre soon. We're gonna scare him again. Now he's gonna run away. Right, they lost one of their companions, so they get another morale hit. I lose my ghost. Kill the archer. Oh no, the archer survived. Crap. That's it for our monster team.
Welcome to my torture room.
And now the dungeon master has to make the last stand to defend the treasure. Right. Oh, now I can pick. Cool. I could apply this. If the little skull, you can barely see it. There's a little skull that appears. That's a kill. Confirmed kill. Oh, don't interrupt my speech, you rude thug. Right, I think we're gonna demoralize him. There's not much morale left in him. He's gonna run away in a minute. There you go.
You did it! I knew from the start that you had potential. Know that here in Dungeons Company, we reward talent and value ambition. Shoot for the moon. And so, your training ends. I'll see you again next year for your annual evaluation. If you do a good job in protecting our treasures, you'll get the promotion you deserve.
Cool. So, that was the tutorial.
It's a passion.
And this is our dungeon master, the slave holder. He's level 1. He needs 300 XP to level up. His name's Maug. He's 54 years old. He's a centaur, and he really likes torture. Maug's main quality is the philanthropy, closely followed by his avid desire to devour human flesh, and his strength unmatched among mortals. Originally from the tundra of Sorrow Shroud, he likes to keep heroes alive as long as possible, and even the most creative monster alive couldn't imagine the horrors he inflicts on them in his torture chamber. Able to mix psychology and whiplashes in a very subtle way, Maug is the paragon of happy management for the joy of the grumpiest employees. So, he's got stats as well. Speed, power, regeneration, which I think is unique to him. Other monsters don't have that. It would be nice to know what power means, but now we know that this symbol is speed, and his resistances are here. Right. He also has talent, where you can decide to go for vampires. Burning Whip. He gains 10 speed, okay. Vampires. I like it. Okay. Training price of monsters is reduced. So this would focus on the monsters. This could do with the category name. I mean, the pictures are cool, but it would be nice if it had a category name. This is morale damage here. Like scary. This increases his damage. Bleeding, burning. Here he gains resistance, speed. Damage taken by the master is reduced by 10% for each remaining hero, so the more the merrier. Each time a monster is defeated grants a chance to the master that he gains enraged. That he gains a shell. Damage taken from attacks is reduced by 20%. Wow, okay. When a hero is defeated by a monster, it grants a 10 or 20% chance that the group of monsters gains enraged. Cool. So I'll get that. That's nice. Next up is going to be the shell. So you get a little skill tree here, which you can reset. That's good. Now we are here in chapter 1. Customization. So you can change the game's difficulty. You can enable mods. There's a Twitch integration. Cool. What do you vote on? Viewers' names for the monsters. Support and dungeon votes. Ah, cool. Let's try this. Okay, the vote timer is 30... Is 30 seconds enough? I mean, there's a bit of a delay. So... Twitch delay. 5. Vote timer. You have to be fast. 20 seconds. Let's see if that works out. You know, if only for your names on the monsters. I think this is cool. So I could now tell I want a long game or a normal duration. And then the challenge. Right? I could get more life, more gold, more heroes. Normal difficulty is okay though.
Let's get to work!
Let's get to work.
Welcome to the company, Mog. I am delighted to have you with us. We'll need your fabled management techniques. We're putting you in charge of a little team in the Old Empire, a region overrun by humans.
Ugh,
it's up to you
filth.
to gather the monsters in the area and teach them how to defend themselves. Turn them into great employees, ready to give their lives multiple times for the company.
Yes. So, you've got a work schedule. Your stats are down here. I've got full life and regenerate 24 life per week. Each of these lines here is a week, right? We're in the first week. We choose a task in our schedule. We can check our team. Employees defeated randomly lose 1 or 2 motivation. The blips here under the name of the monster, that's their motivation. If their motivation drops to 0, they will go and have a burnout that they suffer from for 10 weeks. 10 game rounds if you want. They get 3 motivation back when they stay in garrison during the defense of a dungeon. So you can send them home to recover quick. Right. I'm not sure if the Twitch integration just works like this. I couldn't tell. We'll see. So, I've got 2 rooms where I can house up to 6 monsters each. I've got 3 different traps that I can place currently as a defense. A rallying horn, a bone catapult, and a circular saw. We've got 2 ogres, or orcs. They are orcs. We've got 2 orcs on the team. As you can see, they've got identical stats, so it's about the names and the levels. We've got a skeleton archer who's dealing poison damage. We've got a goblin who's a mix of physical and poison damage dealer, a fire mage, skeleton mage, and a Yetigo, which is an ice damage monster. Okay. Alright. So, first week. Adventurers. We get 50 to 85 gold and a monster for defeating the adventurers. Now we prepare for them. They sniffed out our treasure. Support vote. Haste. Okay. If you vote 1, it's a support for the heroes. If you vote 2, it's a support for the monsters. I guess you have to enter #1. Anybody who wants to try it, feel free to give it a try. I'm not 100% sure if it's just a number, but it looks like you have to enter hashtag this or that. Right, we're going to place a trap in the first room. Then we have monsters. Then we have a spell. Then we can place another trap. And then we have monsters again. So first room first, second room afterwards, and then the dungeon master. Okay. Cool. What happens if nobody votes? I don't know. A monk who deals ice damage to the front and removes the penalty with the most stacks applied at the start of his turn. Oh, from all heroes. He removes poison and such. He doesn't resist fire much. Oh, they all have very low armor. This is an elf who heals 25% of a hero's maximum life after a fight. Hey Thomas, welcome back. How is the German class? Hey Koyatek, welcome. Good to see you. So, as we can see, they all have very low physical resistance. I guess the circular saw, which does physical damage and applies bleeding, would be nice. Although the bleeding goes away on his turn. Morale is very high on the elf and not super high on these two. Class is good, you're terrible. You're gonna get better. I keep writing you very long German messages on Steam. Welcome to the Discovery Marathon, everybody. Currently we're looking at Legend of the Keepers. Legend of Keepers? I can't remember if there's a the or not. Legend of Keepers. So, I do like the demoralizing shenanigans, but we don't have many monsters that work with that, so I could get the next monsters enraged. That's kind of cool, so they would deal more damage. I think that's better than let them bleed, because the monk will remove that. Okay, let's do this. So, confirm. Right. There you go. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. So... well, I've always planned 4 games for the Discovery Marathons, and 1 game more costs you. But, you know, don't feel obligated. Don't feel obligated. You were so generous already. And at some point, of course, I need to go to sleep. Right. Okay, so now I'm going to place my team, and now I have to see what the enemy does. The elf does ice damage and apply elemental weakness to everybody. She's very slow, though. How is it with the speed on my end? 120, 30, 80. So he's going to be the last one acting. Any physical damage here? No. Nature and ice damage is going to hit the first person. So he's going to tank it anyway. Our orc is going to tank it. He's got decent resistance against poison and ice damage. And he's got a lot of health. Oh, he applies frostbite, huh? Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Maybe we can get the thug demoralized. I'm not so sure. The goblin could do physical damage to the elf. That's a good thing. And nature damage to the front. Nature damage to the back. Yeah, okay. Or nature damage to everybody. Well, no, I guess damage to everybody doesn't really help because the monk removes everything. Who's shooting in the back? Only the elf. But the placement here doesn't really matter. I placed my team, and we can go to the next room and plan what happens there. We're going to cast a spell in that room, right? We're going to do that as soon as we are actually defending. Yeah, kinda. Kinda. But since I'm a big fan of healthy streaming, I usually let you know how much I can do. Okay, so I did establish that physical damage is okay. I mean, if we remove the monk on the first turn, which I don't think we will, but just in case. Well, that would be demoralizing. This might be demoralizing as well, but these guys don't do anything about that. Let's go with the buzzsaw. It's a cool thing. Doom, doom, doom. Right, okay. Ice damage to the front. I'm gonna tank again. Put the Yeti in the middle and the fire guy in the back. That should be fine. They just attack the front, so first him, then him. By that time, I should have a good standing. And then the Dungeon Master will defeat them. Right. There you go. Morale down. Fight! Yeah, it's, now it's our two guys. That was his start of each fight, right? He applies poison to the monster with the highest life, which was my orc. Right, now I can either do 46 damage to the elf or poison the monk. The monk isn't gonna get its turn for quite a bit. As you can see, you get a damage preview, right? The monk's life bar goes down a bit. He's going to shoot the one in the back. So we could try to get rid of the elf real quick. I think that's a good deal because the elf heals one hero for 25% of their maximum life, which is a lot. Poke. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. Very good. Now it's our turn. All right, I got the speed increase. Okay, so there's a Twitch integration kind of thing, and I think you can, if you see the window here, you can vote #1 or #2 to boost either the heroes or my monsters. Okay, this would demoralize the enemy group. This would hit the monk and give him bleeding damage. Well, that wouldn't change their morale too much. So I'm gonna get him bleeding here. Take it. Yeah, the elf is still alive. Lowers our resistances. The monk is bleeding. Does a lot of damage. Okay, fair enough. So that would kill the elf. Yeah, let's do that. So now their morale goes down a lot because they lost a friend. And now attacking the back would not attack the elf anymore, obviously, because the elf is gone. That means this one hits the thug. He's got a fair bit of resistance, but it's not that much either. But I think it's still the best shot. Yeah, that's it for the orc. And now the goblin gets a hit. Right, but I can get another shot at the thug. And he's not going to survive that for very long. Okay, so the first group is down. The heroes are still alive. But now we could burn the monk. This is one thing I'm not really a fan of in this game. You get to decide the spell, and this gets all blurry. I find that weird. Anyway, I could boost the next group of monsters, or lower the enemy's morale, which is not bad. Morale damage taken from attacks and traps is increased. So the next trap is a physical trap, so this would be okay, but not too effective. Taking down the monk is good. There, burn. The rest looks very cool, right? Yeah, because the expensive camera. Yeah, it's a mix of hand-drawn and pixel graphics, but I like that. I just don't like the blurriness. It doesn't matter in what game, really. So, I think that's it for the hero. Good night. We defended the dungeon. Yay. Okay, so Koyatek could join our ranks. Or Thomas. Or Sikahu. That's one of the things that the Twitch integration does. It picks your names in chat and puts them in the game. I find that very, very cool. More games should do that. Thomas, you are a skeleton scientist who does nature damage to the group of heroes and air damage to the hero in front. Hey, it's a cool thing. It's definitely a cool thing. Behind my camera, you can see the reward I got. The resources I have in general. Like 12 blood, no tears, and 432 gold. And up here we can see what we got as a reward. If you scare a hero, you get tears. If you kill a hero, you get blood resources. And for defending the dungeon, you get gold. Yeah, you're a harpy, I think. I've never seen a harpy before. I've only played the demo. And this game got out of early access yesterday. So it's very fresh out of the box. But I enjoyed the demo so much that I asked for a review key. And now we can check out the full game. Which apparently has new monsters for us. Air damage. What you do, obviously what you try to do is you build combos for your monster teams which work together nicely. With the air damage, I don't have much in terms of air damage. Air and morale. The monster who defeats this hero gains 2 motivation. Oh cool, Thomas, you can set a bounty on a hero. And then we've got Sikahu, who's an ice mage. Cool. Oh man, they are all good. I can't... I think I'm gonna... What's tiredness? Damage dealt reduced by 30%. Ooh, nice. That's a nice debuff. Applies haste to monsters in front of the harpy. Okay, the Koyatek, you're gonna be our newest addition to the monster group because you apply haste, which moves our monsters up in the turn order, and that is quite powerful. So I'm gonna add Koyatek to the roster. You made the cut. Okay, so motivation goes down by 1 or 2. This is the motivation bar, and you lose 1 or 2 motivation on the monster if they get killed during the defense. Speed. Right, so the goblin got killed. Well, the first team got killed, and they lose 1 or 2. So Grogmar was unlucky; he lost 2 motivation. So that was the first week of defending the dungeon. Now we're in week 2, where we can choose. There's a merchant who can sell us a monster or a trap. We can train a monster. Or we can have an event. Office troubles and the business work environment. For better or for worse. Okay, let's train a monster. Right. So, what you can do... Let's see. They get a new skill, which is really cool, I think. So the skeleton, if you level up and train the skeleton, he gets 20 nature resistance and 20 health. And also, an attack applies 1 additional stack of poison when he's in the front. When he's in the back, he gains +1 dodge and 40 speed at the start of the fight. Cool. So it would cost us 175 gold to train our poison archer. Koyatek would apply air weakness when attacking. Oh, damn. Applies burn. Ah, that's a skill. The passive effects are very powerful. Of course. Well, Koenitek, you're gonna get trained. You're a new monster class, therefore you are more interesting currently. You get a bit more fire resistance. Health and power. Power determines the damage and morale dealt by combatants. See, that's a mouse over I want in the game in general. That would be very nice. But it's not many symbols you gotta learn, so that's alright. So we're gonna train Koenitek. The goblin would get bleeding on attacks as a passive bonus. Cool. I kind of want to level up the archer here. Okay, now we're down to 82 gold and cannot train anymore. That's alright though. Okay. An engineer. I could upgrade my traps, but I can't pay for it, so it instantly tells me that I can't. So we have to experience an event. Lucky me, you placed a bet on a boar racing game during lunch break. The one you chose finished first, and you won the jackpot. You could also use your winnings to throw a party for your employees to get +1 motivation for all monsters. There are only 3 who lost a bit of motivation, so that's not really pressing. I'm going to keep the money. Eternal Phoenix, welcome. What? Oh, food, Thomas, enjoy the food. So we're going to keep the money. And now we are in week 4. You're right there, Phoenix. A course, what's that? An opportunity to send one of your employees to an intensive training course. What does that mean? You have received a letter from Monster Training Center offering to train one of your employees for a large amount of gold. The training would take 8 weeks. Ooh, okay. It's nearly the same cost as a regular training. We would lose the goblin for 8 weeks. He would come back with 2 level ups. I mean, we have the harpy as a replacement. Let's do it. Okay, we are being attacked. Supporter vote. So I think you can vote #1 to support the heroes and #2 to support the monsters. Feel free to try that. I have not yet seen how it works. Okay, our enemies are an apprentice level 2, a priestess level 1, and a barbarian level 1. Ah, okay, so that works. Like I said. So, this one. Badger has the cutest eyes. This one deals air damage to the front. This one deals physical damage to the front and also might... Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, they all attack the front. Right, he's 25 speed only though. 35, they are slow. They are slow. And with the harpy, we are much faster than them. I don't dare putting him in front. Let's see. The archer is with 80. Oh, 120. Alright. That's because you increase... Oh no, you increase armor. I thought you would increase speed. Okay, I think this is a good setup. He can still get the dodge and speed bonus. Their nature resistance is very low, so I think the archer is gonna use the area attack on this one. Fire damage to the front is bad though. She's got 235 health, which is a lot. The lowest ice resistance. Okay, at the start of the fight, the Skelly will get 14 ice damage from her. Ooh. #1 or #2? Emre, welcome. Good to see ya. #1 votes for the heroes. #2 votes for the monsters. The monsters is what is my team. The heroes is the enemy's team. There you go. Badger votes heroes. I think if it's even an even distribution of votes, it's the game picks at random. For the heroes. I see how this works. So they would get extra armor. Fair enough. Next room, we'll place a trap. The only one not resisting physical damage is the apprentice. But I think keeping their morale low would work at this time. I'm gonna cast a lowering spell here. Now, who does elemental damage? Air and fire. Is this where I put him in the second spot? Oh, 90 is really not much. Nah. It should work like this. Yeah, he's gonna use his morale skill. Okay. And another trap where we again go for the morale. Oh, I should have used this here. Yeah. I can go back. Cool. I didn't know that. Right, so we changed that. Yeah. And lower the morale again here. And then it's Dungeon Master.
Prepare to die.
Okay, the heroes get the boost. The heroes get the boost. He gets the ice damage. Enjoy the lurk. Have a good F1 practice, Badger. Yeah, thank you. We shall have a good stream. Absolutely. Do come back later. I might be on quite a bit longer than usual today. We'll see. Okay. The Harpy. Koyatek, it's your turn. Next up is the Archer. That would speed him up. And that would apply tiredness to make him deal less damage. It's not bad, this one. But I like this. Everyone gets a bit of damage, and the orc gets to act faster. Yeah. Cool. I like it. Okay, so now we could hurt the apprentice further, or poison everybody. What's this? Oh yeah, dodge the next attack. Okay, who's gonna hit the back? No one. Replaces penalties, huh? Okay, then I'm gonna shoot the apprentice. Yep, armor's for physical damage. So my orc will not do much this round. See, I would do only a very tiny amount of damage, but I can also lower their morale, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so we survived that. which means we get to Whirlwind the Barbarian. As you can see, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, nice. And I get to shoot the apprentice again. Very good. And that's it for our team, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to survive the slash. But that was a good first round. Now the trap hits. The Orc is a tank mainly, yeah. The morale goes. Next monster group is enraged. And now I can decide to cast the spell. Yeah, it's early in the game. It gets much harder real quick. We could burn the Barbarian. I'm gonna go for their morale now, though. Gonna crack the Barbarian. See, the purple... There you go. The purple bar under the monster's health is their morale, right? And it has different stages. So the Barbarian is now already vigilant. That means he takes extra damage. I mean, the name vigilant doesn't really fit with the taking extra damage, but his morale is so far down that he's he's faltering already. The others are near faltering or near death. So we could nuke the apprentice or demoralize the whole group. Next up would be the Yeti. We could also kill the apprentice, I guess. Yeah. How much ice resistance does she have? I think I'm gonna use the Fear of the Dead and demoralize them further. That would kill the apprentice and make the others slow. So this is more efficient. There you go. Now I could further reduce their morale because this doesn't do enough, right? So there you go. Scream at them menacingly. Now it's their turn. Oh, the Barbarian has one morale left. I think it's one. Do we see the... I think we see the... Yeah, he's got 2 morale left. Okay. So if that's 0, he would have run away and wouldn't have time to use his super attack. I mean, I could make him run away now, which is something that you might consider, because at the end of the defense, you get blue resources for making heroes run away and red resources for killing them. So blood is the red resource and tears is the blue resource. So if I want blue resources, I'm gonna have to make him run away. Yeah, scared Barbarian. Right, and now we can ice block the what's it? Priestess? Let's do that. Donk. The demoralize still hits her, so she's still fighting. It's a very brave priestess. I think now it's it. I could have forced another runaway, I think. Okay, cool. So Spoonfed Badger, Emre, or Salverti could be added now to the team as a reward for defending the dungeon. And we killed 2 heroes and scared away 1, so we get 9 blood, 4 tears, and a bit of gold. Nah, she's not running. Her morale was still up. So Badger would be an Ice Mage Skellington to add to the team. Emre, you are a Skeleton Majorette. What does that mean? Majorette. I'm not sure what that is. But you deal a lot of physical damage and fire damage. Cool. Vulnerability. Oh, nice. And this is the new Occultist. Salverti is a cultist who deals ice damage and morale damage and applies tiredness. Tiredness is powerful. Area damage is fire and morale, and the morale damage is doubled if the target is affected by at least 2 penalties. Huh. Interesting with the cultist. 60 physical though. That's... Whew. Yeah, I'm gonna add the skeleton majorette, Emre. You're gonna join the team. So they all got killed, which is bad. They lost a bit of morale. 2 here and 1 there. Okay, so now we've got 208 gold, and we could choose what happens in week 6. And that is most of what you will encounter in the game. There's a bit more variety to the events, to the things you can do. You level up your dungeon master more, and there's a big mission map. So I think there's plenty of game here to play. What's this? I'm not sure what this is. Things you can unlock or find, I guess. Yeah, the game doesn't really explain all the things. That's, you know. Alright, I guess you experience, or how do you say, you uncover it or explore it. So yeah, this is our team currently. Stitzbus is in training. He's gonna come back in 6 weeks. I could do with better traps. Let's have a look at the engineer before I go to the next game. We could upgrade the rallying horn to level 2, so it does 20 morale damage. Or the saw to 30 from 10. Same amount of bleeding. We can't afford this. Demoralized 3. That's the best upgrade. That's the one I wanted. But I'm gonna go for this. 20 morale is good. So we upgrade a trap. And then the next week happens, where we go on a business trip or plunder a town. Cool. And that's Legend of Keepers. You manage your team of monsters. You protect your dungeon from the evil human heroes, and train a cool team of monsters. Upgrade your traps and get a promotion. I think that's the... Oh, you can't really see that. You get a promotion. That's your... There. A promotion. That's your kind of your goal. And you can have artifacts. Ah, I see. That's why we had the archivist. So you can use artifacts on your dungeon master to improve his skill set. Currently, my skill is on hero defeat. There's a chance that the next monster group gets enraged. You can also add vampires to the starting monsters. Things like that. That's really cool. I'm not sure if there are other dungeon masters later. I hope so. That would be really nice. But coming from the demo, seeing new monsters is already really cool. Like the harpy. I haven't seen a harpy before. Or a satyr here. So yeah, I would say this is a very cool game for those that like a turn-based strategy with a tongue-in-cheek humor on the whole monsters in the dungeon defending against heroes topic, which has, like I said in the beginning, it's a bit like it has Dungeon Keeper vibes, but it's a completely different game. To compare the game to Dungeon Keeper would of course be wrong. Dungeon Keeper is a different type of game, but the vibes are similar. It's like you're whipping your minions to kill the heroes. That's kind of cool. I like that. So yeah, that's it for this game. That was 1 hour of Legend of the Keepers. I keep saying the name wrong. I'm so sorry about that. Legend of Keepers. There you go. And now we're gonna go and check out the next game, because today we're doing a discovery marathon.